Everybody remembers PGC 2019. Never over until it's over with this team.
Every time he's on camera, just potentially somebody's going to take a clip out of something then.
Yo, Gustav finds two, Diggory finds another.
When someone random says something bad, it's kind of like, whatever, dude, there's a reason why I'm playing and you aren't.
But then it's just Ranger X FaZe! Whoever doubted that this
And that in itself was probably the best moment I've experienced in PUBG Esports.
Now before we get started, let's address the elephant in the room. This wasn't FaZe Clan's best performance, but myself and the team believed this story and journey needed to be told. Not because of a win or loss, but the determination this team showed, even at their lowest. Do not judge me by my successes, judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again. Most of this tournament, this team was at the bottom of the leaderboard, and even sometimes dead last. But at the end, they picked themselves up with sheer willpower and never gave up, placing 9th and even taking home close to $100,000. The finish line isn't the most interesting part of the story, it's the journey on how they got there, and I am truly excited to share it with you today.
Yes, while we were playing one placement, we saw them be fighting. We saw OP yesterday, they steamrolled everyone, they don't give a fuck. We need to have that mentality, we need to not give a fuck. Don't overthink shit, it's a big tournament, who cares? Let's play like we're playing fucking scrims.
Now the goal for groups was to get a top placement, ideally top 3, but the cutoff point to making it to winners bracket was top 8, so that would have to be the minimum if the team wanted to make it to winners. Day 1 didn't start out exactly how they wanted it to.
2 now. Gustav pushing down again, 0 kills for the team. Halo though instantly there to respond.
Game 1 they ended up 3rd place but with only 1 kill.
Lost track.
They lost track, they think he might have already made it into the field. Little Ghost though from the back saves. Actually it's going to be Rello to find the kill, so they do realize that he's there.
The 3rd game is where things started to go downhill. Gustav tried to do a sneaky play on the Ty Lucia.
That is very impressive. Wait, Ty. Lucia doesn't know.
But Sia just happened to loot the south side first this game, even though Gustav has done his homework and saw that Sia looted the north side first multiple times in VOD review.
Yeah, I mean,
Now
this is still, you're kind of running.
I don't know if you guys heard that in the back, but someone from Talu was very happy he just killed Gustav.
This resulted in him dying early. The zone hard shifted north, and the remaining 3 died at the bridge choke point.
Run him over, get across, AC single-handed play on the other side, he's gonna fall, and that is FaZe.
Going out with 0 points.
So our team's fallen so the event at the first was a group stage. We didn't play well. That was probably like the worst we played in the whole tournament, to be honest. And I'm not really sure why, but like that's just, we always just seem to start off slow. It's like one of our big problems.
A mental reset needed to happen if they wanted to get back into it for the last 3 games of the day. But the reset just didn't happen, and ended up with only 14 points total.
From Ty Lu and Wildcard before going down himself. Gustav will find Purdy Curdy. Luke 12 though will find Diggory, and there it is. Collapsing on top of him, and there you go. Wildcard gonna take care of FaZe altogether.
Only gaining 3 points in 3 Miramar games to end the day.
We were so close the last game day to having like a really good day. We just couldn't get over that hump in all these games. So, in my opinion, we try to take fights early. We try to like find picks early, get the kills flowing. Once we get these kills flowing, the confidence just flows. You guys all know how that's how it works.
Day 2 started to have the same result as the previous day. Game 2 was a bit of a gut wrencher. They had a solid south side control, and Diggory made a great call and collapsed on Gen G.
Taking us. FaZe, Gen G fighting one another with a little bit of help coming through from Day Trade now as well. FaZe have been trying to set up camps on their opponents on the southern side before, and this seems to be yet another.
The team wiped them clean and had an entire south side all to themselves, but faulted in keeping as much space and pressure as they should have, ending in them getting sandwiched between Day Trade and Polish Power.
Play left alive, Gustav knowing that they need to deal with him and need to deal with him. Now, fortunately, Diggory able to find him, but now with the smoke's fading, Diggory's seen, knocked down, he's thrown on a nade, and FaZe will fall as well. Great timing from Daytrade.
Daytrade ended up winning that game from the position they took from them. At this point, the team lost all morale and continued to decline for the rest of group stage, which means they didn't qualify for the winner's bracket.
We've been a very confident team the whole year, so it's just about staying confident. But we need to get a good game going in order to do that. I'm sure if we start tomorrow off with a good game, like a really, really good game, I think we're gonna snowball the rest of the day.
So off to losers bracket, they went. In losers, there are 2 stages, losers 1 and losers 2. In losers 1, you have to get an 8th placement or better to qualify for losers 2. And if you want to get out of losers 2, you would have to have at least a placement of 4th. Losers 1 for the team was all about getting back to the fundamentals and good habits.
Like the one thing today is that a lot of teams are going to be playing a little different based on like after what happens in the first couple games. Then they might start doing desperate things or like playing even more scared or like playing stupid. Just be ready for everything, basically. Okay?
North finds one. Diggory does get one with the bolt in return. Finds the flush onto Shannon. That angle, he's going to aggressively now go for the second. I think you can see him looking down towards SSR on the left side. He has Fix making the play forward as well. That is a nice off-angle push. Might catch him off guard. Spots him, takes him out as well. And that's GEX out in 12. Not anticipating will be this time as well. Can't quite find the first finally. Able to get footsteps though. They know exactly where they have him. And Diggory able to take him down.
Really nicely done by FaZe there. And Carno on the way, but Korn giving him everything he can handle. Finds Vex. They immediately crash back onto this.
Sat alone, trying to hold down the fort. Shots being fired from the side.
Oh,
no,
no.
it's Tianba who is helping out FaZe in this one here.
The shot. The smoke not going to be able to save him there as Diggory Nadesy pulling that one off nicely.
They had a better start to the first day of Losers 1, with 28 points, which held them at 8th place. Day 2 of Losers 1 was even a better day, securing 4th in the Losers Bracket 1 and a spot in Losers Bracket 2.
We have the fundamentals and we just keep playing like we're playing and the points will come.
Although they were happy moving on to the next round, there was a lot of work to be done if they wanted to move past these loser brackets entirely. Day 1 of Losers 2 wasn't the best of starts, but they were grinding for these points in these games. Losers 2 was a story of perseverance. The games never seemed to be in their favor, but made it work regardless and racked up points.
In the cover, FaZe Clan though has Nipper go down to the Expendables. Gets Vision Conaxi now trying to make his run over, makes landfall, catches too much air on the hill.
By the circle, it's towards FaZe. That grenade is great! The vehicle takes Burger out. A damn impressive fight from FaZe to keep 2 up here. Gustav is going to get flushed by Pio.
Looks back in trying to get it, but no!
They also got their first win of the tournament in Game 3. Only a 3-kill win, but managed it nonetheless.
It's away from it, he has to run away now. He is so outnumbered. This is going to be a heroic attempt to try to get something out of this one. Now, looking back down, Diggory's gonna spot it, he's gonna pick it up, and there we go! FaZe gonna pick it up.
This was a huge confident booster for the boys. They finished 3rd at the end of Day 1 with another 47 points. 5 more games the next day to get top 4. Unfortunately, it wasn't in the cards. Day 2 of Losers wasn't what they had planned at all. They needed a top 4th placement if they wanted to move on out of the Losers bracket. They ended up placing 6th. A devastating defeat.
Obviously we didn't make it through the Losers bracket 2. It came really close to the wire. Basically it was until the last game then we had a chance.
But not all hope was lost.
It's game day today in the Grand Survival, and the guys are about to start game 1. We got to win 1 out of the 4 chances of the 4 games we have today. Otherwise, everything we've been working for this whole year is for nothing.
This is Grand Survival, the absolute last chance to enter the finals. This bracket plays by totally different rules. Every game they have played before this relied on a point system to qualify. But with Grand Survival, the only thing that matters is winning. 4 games, 4 chances. If you do not win, you go home.
On FaZe, they are starting to surrender area to New Happy.
Exactly, and Cerberus as well. Both two teams that are very keen to capitalize onto this. We're down to our top 4. The Molly's caught a couple of them. They're stuck on the edge of the blue. He's raining with the AK. Can he find the knock? No, it's going to be the blue that gets him. No!
So quietly, everybody's dropped down to their bellies. And while yes, FaZe does have the numbers advantage, information is going to be risky. Any heads popping up are going to get spotted. Good vision coming out from Vex. Now in a 4v2. Are they just going to make the bold push? It looks like that's what's going to happen as T5 steps up, does get the down on Diggory, but now it's just Ranger X. FaZe does manage to pick up their chicken. Let's fucking go,
They put their head down, focused up, and never stopped believing.
So qualifying to the final from Grand Survival was like one of the best feelings I've had as a player.
All 3 games we had a chance to win, and like I feel like we reset so crazy well, like in these games. Like, our mental is so good. I feel like we're superior to like almost any other team with that. Sometimes our other stuff lacks, but like our mental is definitely like
Came out on top.
Usually like you win these type of games with like very few kills, and like you don't have to fight much, but we actually have a 14 kill win, our highest kill game as well in the tournament, I think, in a win. Yeah, we haven't had 14 kills tournament.
Wait, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, our only other win was like 3 kill win.
Yeah, we had a 3 kill win, and then we have 14 kills now, so like it's so wild. And like we played it so well. It was probably like top 3 like game I've ever played competitively.
From the very bottom, this team picked themselves up and made it to finals.
I am excited, stoked to see FaZe Clan all the way to the grand finals of PGC. I have been a fan since 2019, and to see them come so far to 2022, to the PGC in Dubai.
They accomplished the goal that they set out for themselves. But now, the real competition starts.
Hey, what's up guys? Today is the first day of the finals here at PGC in Dubai. We're competing against the 16 top teams in the whole world for $3 million.
We've been through so much adversity this event, and like it's been an insane ride so far, but we've already had a super happy moment qualifying just to get here in the Grand Survival. It was, you know, everyone thought that it wasn't possible, and we still knew it was possible. We pulled it off, we got there. We celebrated a little bit, but we have to reset because the job's not done.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're watching from around the world. Welcome back to PGC 2022. It is time for the grand finals.
The only place that's popping off is the Southwest still has this fight that's going on. Yoho's trying to break a line in FaZe's defense.
Always so far, nothing that 17 has been able to do to gain space. 18, oh my goodness, 2 on that spray.
But it's still the example line, trying to make sure to shoot them away. Spray's gonna come out, and finally Navi's gonna go down. FaZe now moving in, gets control of the South. Holding the line in. It's gonna be Vex that gets spotted out as well. And,
and OP are both considering third-partying this. Well, now that FaZe is done.
They'll try to make the run in, and it's gonna be FaZe that's holding the line up. Cerberus dots to slow them down, and is gonna pick up the kill on Vex. But in the end, Flood does manage to finish out FaZe.
He's gonna be flushed. Meanwhile, FaZe is just wiped out by Na'Vi. Oh, but it's gonna be meltdown from AT. This kind of Mad Max here, not going well for either team. Example.
Ayla now up, wanting to get some revenge as AC is going to go down. FaZe Clan is eliminated.
So I don't know. Not the worst day, not the best day. Just take it from what it is now, and then just look to do better the next days, which I am pretty sure we will.
I think the reason for us having multiple bad games in a row is that we kind of get stuck in this mentality that we, like, the next game have to be like a really good game to make up for the previous game. So we always maybe like try too hard to get to like the best position instead of maybe taking it easy and slow and just looking at our surroundings and finding an entrance instead of just going in blindly.
Soul's gonna do a little bit of a car dance, step in, tries to go for the spray into it, and it's actually gonna be
AT in a world of trouble.
I thought FaZe had this fight under control, but it is gone all kinds of wrong. Moving right down the center, using those slight ravines to try to dodge some of these bullets. Shot's not going to come out. Yeah, there's a headshot, and that's going to be Salute Lambu doing the 1-2 right onto FaZe. And Gustav just still trying to cling to life over here as he's got a ton of friends and Cerberus tries to go for it. He's going to go down.
Needs to get that heal off in time. Start this fight. Grenades are out. This should be Diggory down and dusted. Indeed.
Today we had a really poor day on Miramar. We had a really bad performance. We were like lost on what to do. We had like some far circles. We just couldn't find any entries. And then on the 2 angle games, we had like decent positions, at least in the first game, but we just lost that like crucial fight to make it like a really good game. So yeah, we just go again tomorrow basically.
Safe for now as nobody's behind them. Nico's here, gonna win that up close and personal.
Just the fight is still going on between FaZe and Wildcard as they're gonna have to leave the mansion and the fort.
Equipment that Wildcard would have liked. Smokes are coming out. That's the knock on to Adam from Vex. Vex going huge right now. Gustav has the angle through the smoke, has the spray as well. Wildcard out in the open, shooting ducks for FaZe.
Yubi's gonna drop down, he's gonna go down, but it's gonna be Navi on one side. FaZe just runs right into a hornet's nest. It's gonna be peaks all over this. It's gonna be a look down from Navi. It's just fish in a barrel, and that's gonna be FaZe gone.
Spending smokes, but they are losing members fast. Lulu always up close and personal, gets them all!
Drop shot!
Lulu! Absolutely nasty there, taking out FaZe.
Well, like we know what a threat is, but then it isn't like prioritized in the game. It's not like, I don't know, it's not brought up enough in like a manner to like grab everyone and focus on this thing. I think that's been one of our main issues.
So right now we're sitting in, I don't know, 14th or something like that. But the thing is, it's so close. So if we have a last good day here, we can literally climb to like top 6 and top 5, and it can look a lot better than it has been. But like, you just have to give it everything in this last day.
Save him. Diggory is kind of looking in. It's going to be Mukau on the other side of it, and he does manage to get the knock on the Vex.
Yeah, well, here comes, whoa, what a response from Gustav onto Helen. Soul's got Mukau knocked. He's got Vex flush. Now Soul is just making it rain. Gustav is able to secure that point before Soul can. Mukau will fall into his hands.
Right now, so a big fight for them. FaZe still clinging to life right over here. This patience that FaZe has been holding for so long is actually potentially going to turn this game on its head.
That is unbelievable. Yuppie with just 1 HP, holding his angle. They sprint around the corner. That's one. He's got the flush. Got 14 bullets left in the clip, but almost no health. AT comes in with the grenade right at Belmont. Does decent damage. Stuns are out. AT looking for the finish.
He saw it. He's prepping up the nades. It's going to be Belmont that does hit, but that nade lands right in front of them. FaZe! They find it! They were hiding for so long. Smiles on their faces, as you know. They were not expecting that one.
And Navi, FaZe out in the open, taking down members of E-United. And E-United has gone out into 10th, and they will finish in 4th place.
Rewarded in the biggest of ways. $1 million they now get a hold of. They just have to play it slow, steady. Diggory gets a crazy shot in ice hockey, but he is going to go down as it is now moving into our top 3 still alive.
At the end of the tournament, they placed 9th. Nowhere near where they wanted to be or expected to be, but they never gave up, and that is the main story of this whole tournament. From the bad group stages, to the mediocre losers, to the crazy grand survivals, to the last game of PGC, they never stopped fighting.
So to the fans, I would like to say thank you so much for supporting us through, the good and the bad. I'm sure that you guys were just as happy as us when we qualified through the Grand Survival. That was such an amazing experience, and we're glad we were able to do that for you and bring you a grand final performance at least be able to show up in the grand final. It's just it's amazing to be able to do that for you guys. And again, we're sorry that we weren't able to qualify through the group stage and do as well as we could have and should have. But again, just appreciate you guys and hope that you keep supporting.